We fixin' to make this town real smoking.
The long-awaited defense patch is finally here. In this video, I'll give you guys a brief summary of what every character has and has lost. First, I do want to start off with the updated details. There's a few interesting things here. So here it says we will get 2 new costume packs, the Dangerous Grappler Pack and Wonderful Wrestler Pack. They also say we'll get a legacy costume for Asuka, and then 1 free avatar customization will also be added. Now we get into the actual character buffs section. Version 1.05 adjustment policy. To address issue 1, characters like Kazuya, Paul, and Raven will receive buffs to showcase their unique characteristics and strengths. Additionally, some characters who moves performance was previously reduced in past updates will also be adjusted to broaden the scope of gameplay. To address 2, in addition to adjustments character moves, there will also be a recalibrating of damage scaling involving heat dash, throws, stage gimmicks. This will help prevent situations where combo damage becomes excessively high. To address issue 3, wall stagger effects induced by heat will be removed. The performance of heat bursts and throws will be revised. This will enhance the effectiveness of sidestepping to increase important 3-dimensional strategic interactions. This is pretty interesting. You guys got to tell me, is this something new that they're doing? Strong reversal attacks? I know Brian Fury has that move where when he's charged up, you hit him, the camera will make like this weird look, and then boom, he'll pop back at you. I don't know if they're changing all of these characters to have that kind of same animation. We're really going to have to mess around with this one, but it sounds like they're, once again, defense, strong reversal attack. This is different from a strong parry. Reversal break effect. A special animation has been added to the moves that possess reversal break properties when they hit against the following: attack reversals, parry, power crushes. Okay, yeah, so this is that defense they've been talking about. We're really gonna have to play the game and see what new effect has been added to, I think, all of the previous characters listed and how that affects the game. This is kind of what they talked about, right? They want all of the stage gimmicks, explosions, and stuff to do less. And with these 3 changes here, they're doing that. With the rage art, this is a buff and a nerf. The amount of recoverable gauge restored when hitting the rage art has been standardized to a uniform amount across all characters. It now recovers 1 on the first hit and 13 after the final hit animation. Reduce the tracking ability against opponents sidestepping. I wonder if this both, the appropriate direction and timing for sidesteps will vary depending on characters. Okay, so it doesn't say directly right or left. That's something we'll have to figure out for ourselves, but they definitely will allow you to move. Remove reversal break attribute. This change, what is the reversal break? This change allows players to counter heat bursts with power crush parry techniques if they anticipate the attack. Nice. This change was made because its ability to suppress opponent's action was too high when the opponent was low health. I called it. When you do that, and then you just one-shot your opponent. I said when the game first came out, really back in the beta, making a comeback against that is impossible, because as soon as you try to do anything or close the gap, they freeze you and hit you, and that's no more. Now they can freeze you and hit you, but it won't kill you. They will have to press more. That's amazing. Heat dash, 2 changes to the heat dash. Also, they told us about this. They're getting rid of the wall stagger. So far, it really seems like instead of heat being this super OP like tool you can use to bully your opponent, now you're really risking something. Not risking something, but you're really using something. You're giving away something. If you want pressure, you're giving away your heat real fast. I love that. Now we're into the throw area. Reassesses the role of various throws, and the following changes have been made. Normal throws are now treated as homing attacks. Their tracking performance remains unchanged. Wow. The tracking performance command throws have been reduced. This change induced the possibility of stepping to avoid command throws. The following command throws are now exceptions and will be treated as homing attacks, making them track. So some throws track and some doesn't? Wow, and look at how many it's listed for King. Oh my god. I knew it was going to be some weird twist. I knew the developers weren't just going to go in and just get rid of all the tracking. I knew it. It says Alyssa has undergone only fixes for unstable areas and changes related to the overall suppression of performance of high power crush throughout the game. So they didn't touch her chainsaws. I know Twitter is pretty much roaring right now about her chainsaws. There was a tournament that just concluded where there was 4 Alyssas in top 8. The fact that she only got this amount of changes, she may be one of the new top tiers everyone's talking about, depending on how the rest of this goes. Asuka has been adjusted over the 2 updates, 4 and 5, to further differentiate her from June. Okay, we know that. She has, 6 buffs. 6 buffs. That's pretty good for wow. The final kink can now be delayed. I love that. I love when hits can be delayed. I love that. Azuzena. This is pretty interesting. This is a character that many people feel was over nerfed, and just looking at it generally, she has a lot of buffs here. It says continuing adjustments for Azuzena has been further refined to enhance her playstyle, emphasizing her unique character traits, particularly focusing on related facing backward state and liberator. Okay. For Brian has undergone changes primarily focused on improving unstable areas, additionally considering the reduced opportunities to initiate taunt, unilaterally due to the removal of wall stagger effect from heat dash. The damage scaling from taunt has been removed. Claudio, last update he got 1 change. This time he got like 4 or 5, and a few of them are buffs. Claudio has undergone adjustments to improve some unstable areas to expand a variety of aerial combos. The behavior of the third hit of 2-1-3 has changed when the hit airborne, allowing further follow-ups to Starburst is active. Okay, Devilgen has undergone changes primarily focused on stabilizing behavior. The move 442 is a mid-heat engager with excellent speed and range, but with low risk on block. It's overshadowed by the use of other mid attacks, therefore the distance of the opponents on block has been reduced. That's good. I think a lot of characters have moves like that, 4-4-2 or something like that, where they could just spam it over and over again, and they're not really risking anything. The opponent just has to sit there and wait for them to stop or miss or do something stupid, but it seems like the developers is seeing that and they're changing that. For the character Eddie, in the last update he really didn't have anything because he was so brand new, but now they're actually starting to balance him. Eddie's a character who excels at opening up the opponent's guard with a series of mid and low attacks, utilizing a rich array of kick techniques and special stances. However, some of his moves had low risk, causing an imbalance between risk and reward that was not intended. Therefore, adjustments has been made. The moves serves as a deterrent against opponents trying to interrupt Eddie's flow of attacks. However, because of the risk when these moves were blocked was too low compared to highs on reward, their recovery time has been increased. Okay. Additionally, one of Eddie's moves, forward 4-3, possess strong properties in various aspects, overshadowing the use of low attacks. The risk when this move is blocked has been increased. Conversely, the move down forward 4 has had its recovery time reduced to prove a safer option in situations where low. See, this is cool. So you have one move that's high risk, high reward, and then you have another move that kind of plays it safe. In 5, in addition to stabilizing movement, adjustments were made to some of Fang techniques such as 3-3 and up 4-2, which contributed to low risk and passive strategies. Conversely, the unique character move Shifting Clouds, that's forward 3+4, has been strengthened up with an option 2. Additionally, the somewhat hard move used Quarter Circle 1+2 has been adjusted so that on counter hit it leads to a heat engager that hits consecutively. During Shifting Clouds 2, they changed the damage from 15 to 18, and then the advantage from +6 to +25. They did the same thing with Zafina, where they changed one of her moves from like +1 to +22. It's the same thing, so it's probably going to have the same animation built in. That's incredible that they did that to Fang. Harang is a character who's known for his powerful rush attacks, utilizing a variety of kicks, combining high and mid attacks in relentless offense sequence. However, supplementary elements such as power crushes and low attacks have become primarily challenging for many players to counter. Therefore, in version 5, some aspects have been restrained. Nice. Nevertheless, considering the overall game balance, Howlrong's character performance is not excessively high. Thus, compensation buffs has also been implemented. For instance, the down 3-4 and also so-called low and high sequence have been adjusted so that they can be reliably punished the first hit is blocked. Okay. To balance the increased risk, their damage has been increased. Wow. Jack has been primarily adjusted to stabilize his behavior, while also being strengthened to compensate for weaknesses of throws by the battle system, in addition to enhancing the moves that were already useful in offensive stating points, such as forward 1+2, while rising 1-4 or 2-4, and then Gamma Howl 4. The usability of up forward 3, which allows wide-ranging attacks and mix-ups from Gamma Howl, has been improved. Furthermore, the reach of all throws have been extended, increasing the likelihood of grabbing opponents who previously evaded the backdash. Okay, Jin has undergone changes primarily focused on stabilizing behavior. The move 4-4-2 mid-heat engager was excellent speed and range, but the risk was low, so same thing as Devil Jin, right? Jun is a character with unique abilities granted by Kazama's power, allowing her to perform powerful attacks at the cost of her own health or heal herself. In 4, the mechanic using Kazama's power was revised. Previously, all consumed health would become recoverable, but this was changed so that the portion of consumed health would not be recoverable and would instead disappear. The adjustment increased the risk of using Kazama's power, leading to more passive play. Considering this, in 5 introduces health recovering attacks that restore health when hit, making it easier for Jun to showcase her unique abilities. The adjustment aims to enhance her usability and versatility of action. So it sounds like they're kind of going back on their changes. Not fully, but a little bit. For Kazuya, this is the character who was named to be buffed. Kazuya has undergone performance aimed at improving character usability in various aspects. In addition to stabilizing his behavior, notably Kazuya has been adjusted to deliver significant damage from quick mid combo attack that's down forward 2-3 or that's down forward 1-4, addressing high difficulty counter attacking after blocking and evading. Additionally, attacks utilizing devil power during heat state has poor usability due to high consumption of heat rate timer. Thus, the performance of commands have been revised to enhance the convenience. King is a character who excels in using powerful strikes and power crush as his core fighting style, while aiming for a variety of strong command throws and critical moments. Consequently, he has been significantly affected by the changes in the battle system, such as weakening various throw commands and overall suppression of high power crush performance. As explained in common adjustments, some King command throws has been designated as a homing attack to make them stronger against stepping. However, since the existing strategies need to be readjusted, several aspects of King's gameplay has been improved in 1.5 to preserve his character appeal in different ways. I like that. The most significant change is the input adjustment on Beast's step, which generally greatly enhances King's mobility, thereby increasing opportunities to initiate throws. Additionally, the new move 4-4-2 introduces this game has been adjusted significantly to increase the opponent's recovery time on block, making it harder for them to sidestep and avoid command throws. However, his forward 4-2 low hitting move has become exceedingly powerful and encourage a playstyle that relies on less throws. Therefore, its performance has been slightly reduced. So this is pretty interesting. They know the throw tracking all that was going to hurt King. So they're trying to make him, 1, rely less on it, but 2, keep you in place, hold you down, so then he can still try to hit you with those throws. For the characters Kuma, Panda, Lars, and Law, they don't really have much. For the character Lee, he has been adjusted primarily to fix unstable behavior and address the overall suppression of high power crush performance. However, due to the common adjustments to heat, Lee's opportunity to execute powerful combos involving during Hitman has decreased. As a result, some loss of damage potential. Okay, so he lost some damage potential. So yeah, a lot of these characters, they have these long list of changes, but it's really just like the heat was changed massively, and they're telling you how your character is now going to act in this new world where the heat is different. So that's really what they're doing for many characters. Leo has been adjusted to enhance the unique appeal of the character, focusing on improving specific performance aspects. The behavior of counter hit down 1 has been changed to serve as an entry point to heat activation. Additionally, the return of the counter hit for back 3-1 has been increased to make the cancel action of the second hit more effective. The usability of the newly added quarter circle 2-4 in Tekken 8 also has been improved. While the changes may not be flashy, they should help expand Leo's offensive options by adding tactical nuances. However, since Leo's combo damage involving walls have become exceedingly high, the damage of several moves contributing to that high damage has been reduced. For Leroy Smith, the character who was buffed the most in the previous update, Leroy has undergone a significant change due to the numerous enhancements made in 4. Instead of the focus that has been on addressing minor issues and fixing behaviors, the move down forward 1+2, the high damage combo starter, but it had come very unstable when hitting from hitting after evading opponents and attack with sidestepping. Additionally, the attacks forward 2-3, which uses his cane, were rarely used due to the strict limitation of being usable only once per match, and the fact that they would still be consumed even if uninterrupted during the startup. To address this, the consumption timing for the cane has been changed to after the first hit of the attack lands, allowing for more strategic use in various options. For Lily, a character who a lot of people was talking about, she is getting nerfed. How much? Let's see. In accordance with the overall direction of 5, Lily has undergone adjustments primarily to balance techniques with outstanding performance and those that create situations for one-sided offense. The move 1-1 is a versatile combo technique with various strengths. However, the risk of stopping after the second hit was primarily low, which made it too dominant as an offensive starting point, reducing the usage opportunities of the move. Therefore, it has been nerfed. During heat, quarter circle 3 was very powerful when used as a follow-up after during heat Fiesta Rabbit 3, allowing for unilateral offense loop. To address this, the opponent's behavior when hitting down opponent's quarter circle 3 has been changed to reduce the loop potential of the offense. Regarding various piercing thorn techniques, such as Daring Heat and Feisty Rabbit, the wall stagger effect has been removed. Instead, these moves have been adjusted to facilitate continued offense regardless of positioning within the stage. That's pretty. Nina has undergone adjustments primarily focusing on unattended behaviors. However, moves with outstanding performance that contradict characteristics of high hit count and close range rush has been nerfed. The mid power crush blonde bomb could not be sidestepped at its tip, and it was very difficult for opponents to deal with it in a heat state. Therefore, the hitbox and tracking performance has been revised. For Paul Phoenix, another character who's getting buffed, and a lot of people would argue this character doesn't need the buffs. Paul is a character who is known for a standard set of moves and powerful mix-up attacks, with a mid and low options in crucial moments. However, his unique appeal in Tekken 8 has not been fully realized. Therefore, in 5, various adjustments have been made focusing on the new elements introduced in Tekken 8. To make it easier for Paul to benefit from the heat-related mechanics, enhancements have been made to his heat engagers such as forward 2 and up forward 2, and additionally forward 3. Additionally, the distance to the opponent has been reduced upon successfully heat activation and move on his quarter circle attacks, making it easier to open up the opponent with moves like down. Moreover, one of Paul's signature moves, Hammer of Gods, that's forward 1+2, has been made chargeable. And the usability of forward charging moves like forward 4-3 or 4-4-4 and then forward 4-2 has been implemented to facilitate offense. Furthermore, the newly added movement Dive Deep in Tekken 8 can be transitioned to from Sway, expanding tactical options from the ground combat, aerial combat, thus providing more See, as I read these changes, it sounds pretty cool. Like, they're just trying to make the characters more expressive. And me as Yoshimitsu, one of the most expressive characters in the game, I can't hate on that. Raven, another character who they were talking about buffing. This is a massive buff, bro. Paul Phoenix, Raven, Kazuya, they're going to be monsters. They're going to be monsters. Raven has undergone adjustments to stabilize movement and enhance the appeal of back turn techniques. The long reach and excellent low Aqua Spider can now also be executed with inputs down back 3, making it easier to transition into back turn stance. Additionally, to improve the performance of back-facing opponent, what's that, back 3? Increase the pressure on opponents by deterring their action. Against his defensive opponent, the low move back-facing, that's what's that, back 4, which is suitable for pokes. This has become more effective. These enhancements should make it easier to launch attacks from back turn stance than ever before. In accordance with the overall direction in 5, Reina has undergone adjustments primarily focusing on the moves with outstanding performance and elements related to high combo damage. The fast initiating long reaching move Raiden, that's 442, has been adjusted to make it easier to evade stepping in both directions, fixing its previous tendency to hit the opponent if they move left. The Manji Gen series move had very high evasion properties despite their high return on hit. Therefore, the hitbox has been enlarged and the crouching status has been removed. Additionally, the damage of while opponent is down, that's down forward 1, a significant contributor to high coverage damage, has been reduced to mitigate their overall high return. However, due to the change in opponent's behavior when performing a heat dash after hitting, can now be used as a follow-up, which enhances its power. Shahid has undergone nerfs to moves that allowed for repeatedly creating situations for one-sided offense. One thing that I will agree with Tekken in general is that it's very annoying to get hit with the same thing over and over and over. And Steve and Shahid definitely has that. That guy be looping stuff and it just be so infuriating. I like that the developers see that and they're trying to limit that. They're trying to make Shahid actually do something else instead of same thing, cycle, loop, 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 washing machine. For the character Steve Fox, he has a lot of buffs. You know, people say a lot of bad things about this guy. Continuing the adjustments from 4, Steve has received further enhancements related to Lionheart. Okay, that's pretty good. As well as changes aimed at improving the character's usability and control feel. The new Lionheart feature in Tekken 8 has made more appealing with improved performance Lionheart 1+2. Additionally, various moves that transition into Lionheart can now return to standing position with a back input, increasing tactical flexibility. Steve has a few good options for counterattacks for countering position other than while rising 1-2, which made it difficult to counter powerful high and low attacks for opponents, increasing the character's difficult play. To address this, while rising 1+2 has added a new option. The startup while crouching 2 has been sped up to improve the character's usability. For the character Victor, this guy Victor is a monster. He has a lot of changes coming his way. Victor has undergone numerous adjustments aimed to enhance the character's unique playability, including the addition of new animations. Victor is an easy to use character known for his powerful offense with mid attack, which maintains pressure even when blocked, and his extremely long-range power crush, which provides strong defense. However, these moves tended to overshadow other techniques, leading to a more uniform playstyle. To address this, 5 has seen a reduction in performance in these moves, while the move branching for special stances has been improved. Additionally, the Perfumer has been granted parry properties. Yeah, the only thing that I care about for Victor is whether or not they nerfed the explosion. Wait, Xiaoyu has nothing. Xiaoyu was not subject to balance adjustments. Only unintended behaviors were corrected. So her hypnosis and AOP is unaffected. Yoshi experienced performance nerfs in version 2. Wait, what? For the moves like Soul Stiller, oh that's the Flash, because certain aspects were the Flash were at odds with the overall game concept. See, I knew that. The Flash, the game is all about offense, but the Flash is all about stopping that offense. However, previous updates did not introduce the new elements to enhance his appeal. In 5, adjustments and performance tweak focus on special stance. Indian stance has been made to broaden Yoshimitsu's game appeal. In previous Previously, there was no easy transition into Indian stance, so transitions from major moves like while crouching down, while crouching forward has been enabled. Additionally, the transition into attacks from the stance has been improved for better stability in practical scenarios. For his back 2-2, the adjusted the collision detection to mitigate issues where some counterattacks would not reach after evading crouching. Fix an issue where the heat dash transition could be triggered even if the second hit is whiffed in certain situations. What? Most of this stuff is buffs. Oh my. Okay. On the standard version. See, I told you guys, bro. Yoshimitsu in a lot of instances is already launch punishable. How much more launch punishable can you make launch punishable? His tracking sucks. I tried to tell you guys, but you didn't listen. Look at the patch notes. You can't make something more launch punishable. During Indian stance healing 3+4, they changed it to a homing attack. That's my whole point. I was trying to tell you guys, but you don't listen to me. I'm the scrub, I'm scrub salt. They buffed him. They buffed him a lot. I told you guys.